Hello students! For today's video, we're going to discuss about undefined terms. Undefined terms are those terms that don't require a formal definition. This kind of terms used as a fundamental elements to explain using example in defining other defined terms. So in geometry, there are three types of undefined terms. Those are point, line, and plane.
And here are the objectives that we're going to attain after the lesson. You are going to represent a point, line, and plane using concrete and pictorial models.
Now, let's talk about geometry. The word geometry comes from two Greek words, geo and metron. Geo means earth and metron means measure. So the word geometry means earth measurement. We have a real-life situation examples of geometry. Those are chocolate bars, ice cream. Pansinin niyo yung chocolate bars. So, ano yung itsura niya, yung shape niya? So, rectangle. Yung kabuuan niyan, rectangle. Sa ice cream cone naman, we have triangles. Sa soccer balls and footballs, so shape niya is, we have oval here and circle for soccer ball. And also in architectural fields, we also have geometry. So, ginagamitan din ng geometry yan, mga shapes. So, those are the examples.
Geometry is the study of things like lines, shapes, angles, and distance. Geometry has three basic elements. One is point, second is lines, third is planes. Points.
Points is a tiny dot in space, just like this points. And it can describe a specific location like the end of a line. So, meron tayong line dito. Pag sinabing line, walang katapusan ang paghaba niya na dikit-dikit yung points doon. At may endpoint siya. May tuldok dito sa dulo. Ito yung magsisilbing endpoint sa mismong line. Or a corner of a rectangle. So, mapapansin nyo, there is a rectangle here. Those corners are points. And yung center ng circle. When you have a circle and it has a point at the center, yun yung points na tinatawag. But points has no dimension, length, width, thickness that does not occupy an area. Number 3, you can name a point using capital letter and it can be modeled by a dot. So, here in the screen, I have 5 points. Ito, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those points can be named as a capital letter A, B, C, D, and E. Those are the capital letters. Now, itong may point na to, saka yung capital letter, you can read as point A, point B, point C, point D, and point E. So that's how you name a point. And all geometric figures are made up of collection of points. The second undefined terms in geometry is lines. Lines is a straight, continuous arrangement of infinitely many points. Line's length is infinite and extends infinitely in two directions. Lines has no thickness. So I have here a line and it extends infinitely in two directions. So just like a number line, it keeps on going forever. So walang katapusan. So tigkabilang dulo niya, patuloy pa rin siya nag-e-extend. Eh bakit ma'am ganyan ang itsura?
Why it has an arrowhead.
Using an arrowhead symbolize infinity. So infinity na yon, yung arrowhead symbolizes no. And here are the examples of lines in real world. We have pencil, rope, and ruler. We name a line by a single lowercase script letter. Let's have an example. I have here a line, and a line should be named a single lowercase. So let's have small letter A. So yan. Yun yung pangalan ng ating line. So, paano natin isusulat yan? Isusulat natin yung word na line, L-I-N-E, tapos ano yung lowercase script letter na nandun sa line, which is yung letter A, si A. Kaya line A ang basa dyan. Meron ding other ways to write a line. Idodraw mo yung symbol ng line, yung may isang linya with a two arrowheads, tapos isusulat mo yung single na lowercase script letter na makikita doon sa line. Kasi yun yung pangalan ng ating line.
We can also name a line by 2 points on the line. You need to have points and naming a point by capital letters.
Have an example. I have here a line. And yung line has 2 points. We have point A and point B. So, yan yung figure ng ating 2-point B. Paano natin isusulat yan? Papangalanan. So, I have here a word line. L-I-N-E. Tapos yung points, A-B. So, ang basa dyan ay line A-B. Or line BA. So, vice versa. Alin man dyan is considered as correct. Kung ayaw mo isulat yung word na line, pwede mong isulat yung symbol ng line, which is ito. Yung symbol na yan, tas isusulat mo yung points na nasa baba. Sulat mo yung points. Anong points? A, B. So, ang basa dyan ay line AB. Or, pwede din namang line BA. So, alin man dyan, considered as correct. Yun yung pangalan ng ating line. Points determine kapag ang points ay dalawa, determines as a line. We name a line by any points go through. I have here an example. So, from this point, si point A and point B, meron siyang line dito. Si point A and point B considered as, ang example niyan ay line segment AB. Or pwede mo siyang isulat as line AB. Yung line na bar sign dun sa taas, isulat mo yung those points, si A at si B. Bakit siya naging nasabing line segment? Kasi yung endpoints na si point A and point B, yun yung nagsilbing katapusan. So, sabi kanina, line has infinitely extend. So, walang katapusan sa pag-extend. Ngayon, para mawakasan ang pag-extend na yon, kailangan natin ng points to end those na yung to end yung line na mag-extend ng humaba ng humaba. So, those are the points A and B. Si line segment kasi, kapag nag-start at one point in space and it stops at another. Kung nag-stop siya from the beginning, dapat mag-i-stop din siya doon sa end niya. Ganyan. Ganyan. So, kapag nakakita ka ng dalawang bilog, dalawang points, sa isang linya may dalawang points sa tigkabilang dulo, ang tawag yan ay line segment. We name a line by a combination of line segment and a line. Ang tawag doon ay ray. Ray naman ang tawag kapag may combination ng isang linya at ng line segment. Pag sinabing line, meron siyang symbols na arrowhead, para yun yung symbolism ng infinity. Pag line segment naman, may symbol siya ng point. May point sa dulo at meron tayong arrowhead sa kabilang dulo. Yun yung tinatawag na ray. Rays have beginning points but no ending points. it just keep on going forever but only in one direction. So, isang direction lang ang nagsisilbing line doon na may arrowhead na nag-extend. We put an arrowhead on the end that keeps going. Para mag-symbolize sa infinity, lalagyan natin ng arrowhead. So, I have here a point A and point B. So, napansin nyo from the beginning, meron tayong point at yung point B, then pa siya na nag-extend. So, ibig sabihin, si point B, yun yung ating line. Since si point B is a line, lagyan natin ng symbolism, which is arrowheads. Nagsisimbol siya sa infinity. So, ang tawag yan ngayon ay ray AB o pwede mong isulat yung ray na ganyan. Yung bar na merong arrowhead dun sa kanan, tapos isulat mo yung points na A and B. And the last undefined terms in geometry is planes. When you heard planes, it is not about an airplane. It is about planes, a flat surface that extends infinitely along its length and width. It is like an infinite sheet of paper, window, or tabletop. It has length and width but no thickness. Yan. Window, sheet of paper, and a tabletop. A plane is what we call a two-dimensional object or 2D object because there are two dimensions that you can move in. Ito, yung up and down. You can go up and down or you can go left and right. So, yun yung two dimensions. A plane can be named by a single script capital letter, single, or by any 3 points in the plane which are not on the same line. Example of plane is your screen. Screen of your phone or screen of your laptop or desktop or your tablet. So for example, those are the real life
Planes.
So ngayon, we have here a parallelogram figure. So si parallelogram, it has a points inside. Ilan yung points na nandyan? We have 5 points na nasa loob ng parallelogram. Those points are point A, point B, point C, point D, and point E. Those are the points inside a parallelogram. Parallelogram is a flat surface, so we can call the parallelogram as a plane. We can name a plane by 3 points daw. So, we have plane ABD na non-collinear points. So, we can name a plane with non-collinear points. When you say non-collinear, sa isang line, magkakaiba ang position ng tatlong points. Hindi siya doon nakapasok doon sa isang line. Magkakaiba ang position doon. So, we have plane ABD, si A, B, D. Plane DAB, plane ADB, plane BDC, plane BDE, plane ATC. You can also name a plane by single script capital letter. For example, I have here parallelogram and it has a letter dito, capital letter sa may sulok. Ang tawag ngayon dyan sa plane na yan is plane E. We have another way to name a plane using a single script capital letter or by any 3 points in the plane which are not on the same
Line.
doon. Yung tatlong points na hindi siya nasa same line, ang tawag doon ay non-collinear points. I have here an example. We have a parallelogram. Si parallelogram names as C, capital letter C. At si parallelogram, kung papansinin mo, it has 4 corners. And those corners has a point. Let's name those points as point A, point B, point G, and point D. Now, we can name a plane. We have plane C, plane ABG, plane BGD, plane ADG, plane DGB. So those are the planes in our figure. At least 3 non-collinear points determined in a plane. Tatlo. Dapat ang pinakamababa ay tatlo.
Okay, class. Thank you. See you on next video. Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell to get notified.